Okay. Oh. Yes, darling? Apple? A ducky's coming to see you. What did ducky say? Quack, quack, quack. Nelly, can you say apple? Can you say duck? Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Hello if you're new here, it's lovely to have you and I hope you choose to stick around and subscribe. It's completely free, it just means I pop up in your subscription boxes every time I upload a new video. Welcome back to another weekly vlog. It feels like ages since I actually filmed a weekly vlog. I've taken a couple of weeks off. You wonder why I keep looking down? I'm currently making Nellie's lunch. Yeah, I've taken a couple of weeks off just to enjoy Nellie's birthday and spend time as a family. I didn't intend to take time off filming, I must admit. However, when we got back from Plymouth, we'd obviously picked up some sort of germs from somewhere, some sort of bug, and yeah, it's lingering, shall we say, and just doesn't seem to want to disappear, which is annoying. I had it first of all, I gave it to Nellie, then we've both given it to Ash. Nellie is pretty much back to normal, as am I would say. I've got the occasional like cough, you know, like in a post-pandemic world where you cough and everyone looks at you thinking you've got the plague. It's a bit like that. But never mind. So Ash has still got it. He's still suffering, bless him. He's slept on the sofa for pretty much a week just because he was waking me and Nellie up, so he thought that was best. In amongst all of that, Nellie has entered the 12-month sleep regression, which, wow, is all I can say, is wow. Like, obviously she's had sleep regressions before, but yeah, this is a whole nother level. I've never ever experienced anything like it whatsoever. She doesn't want to go down for naps, which is not like her. Normally if she's tired, she'll go straight down for a nap. Let me just get the lettuce out. I can't get it out. I feel like I need to start going to the greengrocer just so I can actually get in the packaging, because, you know, who needs all of this plastic packaging? Still not in it. Showing all of my triple chins. Crumbs. No wonder people don't eat healthy, you can't get in the packet. Anyway, what was I going to say? Yeah, this sleep regression. I've never experienced anything like it. She won't nap. When it gets to bedtime, she'll be super, super tired, but she either won't sleep or she'll sleep for like an hour and then she's awake for 3 hours. And I'm just a bit like, you know, how is this going to work? So, yeah, that's why I've been a little bit quiet on the old weekly vlog situation. My plan was just to carry on doing weekly vlogs and then have a little bit of leeway with uploading, but that is not the case. So yeah, I also really wanted to film a video with Ash. We said we would do for Nellie's birthday like a parenting Q&A. I've got the questions. I asked for the questions ages ago. So yeah, I've got the questions. I just can hear her coughing. I just haven't done anything with him, because my plan was originally when Nellie's in bed I can set up my camera and we can film, and then ever since then it's just been illness and sleep regression and no sleep. My Fitbit last night said that I had 2 hours and 20 minutes sleep, which is not fun. Not fun for anybody. And I don't quite know what to do with it, to be honest with you. I'm just, as I say, making Nellie's lunch. She's just woken up from a nap, but again, it wasn't a super long nap considering she only had 4 hours sleep last night. But there we go. There's nothing I can do about that. I don't think she's going to eat it for any 1 second, because she's never tried lettuce before, but I'm trying her with some lettuce in her sandwich because I really want her to eat a bit healthier. So yeah, I'm trying her with that. I can't remember if I said it in my food shop haul. I might have done, but we're trying a new kind of feeding routine, I guess you could say, with Nellie, where she has prunes on a Sunday and one sec. Yeah, so she's having prunes on a Sunday night and pears on a Wednesday, just to try and, it sounds really gruesome and grim, but just to try and get things moving, because that's not helping either. And I think that alone has made me want to eat better myself and make more nutritious meals for Nellie too. So yeah, we're on a little bit of a health kick. I included at the start of this video some footage from Sunday, just because, why not, in which we went for a walk, fed the ducks, you know, all that nice fun stuff. And actually me and Nellie did that again this morning, which I don't even know if I've said what day it is. It is Tuesday, because yesterday I was like a zombie with even less sleep. But today is Tuesday. So yeah, we did that this morning and it knocked Nellie out for her nap. She did not resist me. I really need to sort this drawer out. I can never find anything. I'm going to attempt, I've never tried it before, so I don't know if it worked, but I'm going to attempt to grate some cucumber into her sandwiches. I'm all about that hidden veg at the minute. So let's have a go. I didn't have any plans for the week, but we are now in talks to maybe go down to Trago Mills tomorrow, which would be good. Good to get out of the house and actually like do something, you know. So obviously if I do that, I'll take you along. Don't know how much I'll film, because right now my daughter is a handful. She was absolutely loving her pram, and then, or like her stroller, and then all of a sudden she isn't. She's currently not enjoying her high chair either, but she'll just have to wait a second. She is strapped in before anybody says anything. Other than that, no plans other than just trying to survive, I think. Yeah, that is Nellie's lunch all made. I've already had mine. I know they say you should wait and eat together, but I was hungry. So that didn't happen. Anyway, I'm going to go and dish this up for her, and we'll see where the rest of the weekly vlog takes us.
there then.
It is now a couple of days later, and I realised I didn't end up showing you what I picked up because Nellie fell asleep in the car. By the time we left Trago Mills, it was like gone 3 o'clock. Nellie fell asleep in the car, which meant that she was bordering on a danger nap, which if you are a parent, you know is just a big no. So it was a little bit frantic when we got in, and then Ash got home literally like 10 minutes after us. So I quickly showed him what I bought because, you know, that's just normal. I always have to do a little haul for him to show him exactly what I've bought. And I was very excited about one purchase in particular, which I will be sharing with you in a minute. And then before I knew it, it was like, get tea ready, have tea. Then it's like the whole bath time, bedtime, shenanigans. And I'll be honest, this vlog is probably a bit disjointed because whilst my goal was to have it as just a normal standard weekly vlog, the last few weeks since Nellie's birthday, I can't even remember if I've touched on this in this video or not. Like, I'm a little bit lost with it. But the last few weeks, pretty much since Nellie's birthday, it's been, how do I put it, difficult and challenging. I think I mentioned that we all ended up picking up a cold from our day out at Plymouth, which was just brilliant, you know. I'm pretty much back to normal. I've got a bit of a like snotty nose every so often, but that's fine. Nellie's just got a runny nose now, which is fine, just slightly annoying and grim. But she's, you know, she's well in herself and everything. And Ash is still suffering. He doesn't have the cold symptoms as much anymore, but he's got the most horrendous cough. So we've been sleeping in separate rooms because the coughing just wakes everybody up. We have like gone back to sharing a room now, which sounds really weird to say, but the coughing is still an issue. So neither of us are getting any sleep. Thankfully, it's not really disturbing Nellie, which, as a side note, if you're wondering where she's to, I have put her down for a nap, but she's currently crawling up and down her cot, which is not what I need because we've got to go out this afternoon, and right now she isn't sleeping, but hopefully she'll settle soon, fingers crossed. The day I did the food shop, I literally felt like death. I honestly felt like death. So yeah, so that was kind of the main issue, and sleep regression. Like, she's refusing naps. She will sleep at night for like a maximum of 2 hours and then wake up and want to be up for like 4 hours, which is really difficult when you've got things that you need to do. You know, plan to go out and do nice things, but you can't because you're so exhausted, you just can't function. So yeah, it's definitely been a little bit difficult. And also the other thing that I've been struggling with, which I haven't really spoken on here, and I'd say it's very much a February thing, which I know we're only halfway through February as I film this, but it's something that I've noticed in February. Like, January was all like new year, not like new year, new me, but new year, fresh start, you know, and I felt quite motivated and I felt like things were going well and I thought I had a good system, and then that just completely got thrown off by being ill, and then all of a sudden I had all of this catch-up work that I needed to do, and I'm not getting that, and I feel so overwhelmed with it that I think I had like, well, it's not I did have a bit of a meltdown last night whereby I was just like, I just need to give up my blog, my YouTube, like just be a mum, just be a housewife, like just focus on those things because nothing else is getting done. I'm just feeling stressed. I'm not enjoying doing things. And that's the thing, I've always enjoyed doing YouTube and I've always enjoyed writing my blog and obviously working with brands and things like that. But if that enjoyment's not there, I'm like, what's the point? So I spoke to Ash last night and we had a sit down conversation, a proper adult conversation, which doesn't happen very often in this household. And in a sense, he basically said I was being ridiculous. Like, not in a harsh way at all, but he was like, you're just basing these thoughts on the last couple of weeks that have been difficult anyway. Like, the rest of the time, you know, you've enjoyed it, you've loved it. Like, he didn't say I needed to continue it, but he was like, if you stopped it today, would you regret it? You know, would you miss it? Would you regret it? Like, in my mind, I was thinking, maybe I should just give up YouTube. Maybe YouTube, social media isn't the place for me anymore, which makes me sad. But after the sit down conversation, I realised I was kind of being a little bit, not dramatic, but a little bit misguided in just how the last couple of weeks had gone. So don't panic, I am sticking around for the foreseeable, mainly because I love looking back at these videos. Like the other week we watched like Nellie's first like week of being on the planet. We watched that vlog where she was like so diddy and really, really cute. One of the things as well I love looking back on, and especially when Trix was attacked, was all the little adventures that we'd gone on, all the little daily vlogs, the weekend vlogs that I'd done where we took Trix somewhere. And that really got me through when it was like touch and go. And I think again my mind played tricks on me where I was just a bit like, did I not look after her enough? Did I not do enough things with her? And things like that. I was able to sit back and watch those vlogs, and yes, I had tears streaming down my eyes, but it kind of gave me that happy bit as well, because I knew in that moment she was happy, and that whatever the outcome, like, I don't want to get emotional, but whatever the outcome from Trix's attack, I knew that I had given her the best life I could under certain circumstances. Like, if you've been on this channel for a while, especially if you've been around since the days when I moved back home, what would that have been? What year did I move back home? 2022, was it? I think. Yeah, you'll know that I've had some difficult parts in my life, and whilst I haven't shared everything, I did do a video explaining why I moved back and circumstances around that. And yeah, that was a difficult time, like for me, for Trix, like for my family, for my friends, and I learned a lot through that process. And even that point, like, I love looking back on those vlogs because I'm like, I can see how far I've come and how far I've come as a person, and obviously in the last year how far I've come as a mother. And yeah, it's just nice to look back on. So for that reason, I'm obviously keeping the vlogs going, even if like one day I privatize them. Like, I feel like at least if I've got them there, I can look back on them when I want. And the other thing that I like about it as well, and it's worked quite well, especially in the last year or so, because obviously when I met Ash, he was from a different part of the country. So I moved up to be with him, which meant that my family didn't get to see those little moments of Nellie, in a sense. So I filmed them and I've put them in vlogs. Not everything, obviously I've sent videos to them as well that are private. But like, I've put little snippets in the vlogs and then they can watch them. And obviously now we've moved to be closer to my family, it means that Ash's family don't get to see Nellie as much. And that breaks my heart because like both sides of the family, they are both our family. Yeah, we all get on, you know, like I get on well with both sides of the family, and I couldn't have asked for a better family as like in-laws, if you like. For example, I get on really well with Ash's mum and dad, his sister, you know, all of his family, I think anyway. Never tell me if or not, I'm sure. But like, I get on really well with them, and I never have to worry, in a sense. I can just be me. I can just go around the house, relax, like have a chat, have a cuppa, have a laugh. Like, there's no awkwardness. Whereas one particular ex that I had said that my eyes reminded her of a dog once, which I think she meant well, but I think it was also like a backhanded up yours kind of comment. And it just always sticks in my mind. Like, some of the comments she made about me, I was thinking, yeah, just no. So I feel like I've landed very firmly, like in a bed of roses, to be honest with you, these days. Off on a tangent, obviously, but it now means that they can watch those little snippets too. You know, like I featured Nellie playing in the ball pit the other week, and that was a present that they got. And so I wanted to make sure I included that because Nellie loves her ball pit, but it's not something that I can necessarily transport somewhere else, if that makes sense. Like I could, but it would just be effort. But they get to see those little clips, because Nelly is very much, if they were to come here, she probably wouldn't play with it because she goes all shy. But so then to see those video clips, I hope it like bridges that gap a little bit. Yeah, so that's kind of why, the reasons why I still do it, and why I think I'm going to continue for the time being. I'm just going to try it and go and resettle Nelly. I'll talk a little bit more about Overwhelm if I can get her to go to sleep, because right now she's screaming, I can hear her. And then I'm going to show you my haul. I think she's fallen asleep. But the other thing that I'm doing to help my overwhelmed feeling is I have reverted back to a loose form of the Organised Mum Method. And if you don't know what this is, it's all over social media. There's an app. You can get like a free printable. I'm not paying for anything. I'm not being paid to talk about it in any way. I've got a bit of fluff somewhere. It's just something that worked for me in the past, and I'm kind of reverting back to it. And the only thing I'm using off of it is the free printable, which you can get from the Organised Mum Method website. You sign up to their newsletter and you get a free printable, and loads of like tips and tricks and stuff. Yeah, I am reverting back to that. So if you don't know what it basically is a schedule that keeps you on top of your home. So obviously I use the Toady app. I've done a full blog post review, which I'll try my best, not that I ever remember, but I'll try my best to link it down below, which I use just to keep on top of the actual cleaning side of it. But in this way, you basically have a set of things that you do every day, and then you also have like a certain section that you do per day. So for example, I think like Mondays is something like bathrooms, Tuesdays might be kitchens, Wednesday might be living room. You know, you get the gist. You work on that room and you do certain things. You're not allowed to do more than half an hour, so then it makes it more manageable, and over time everything gets done. It does, on the free printable, it does give you tips on how to do a starters like blast type of thing, so that you do all those areas that probably need to be done first. But yeah, so I am doing a form of that. I have changed it up slightly. I've got it behind me. So I'm doing the kitchen on a Monday, just because since we moved into this since I moved into the flat, on a Monday I would clean the oven because we'd have a roast dinner on a Sunday, and obviously that kind of is the messiest meal with like fat splashes and stuff. So I've always cleaned a kitchen on a Monday. That's just me. So I've swapped it around a little bit. So we've got kitchen on a Monday, the bedrooms on a Tuesday, the entrance hall and stairs on a Wednesday, the living room on a Thursday, the office on a Friday, and then I've done the bathroom on a Sunday because I go to the gym on a Sunday. So I always have a shower after then, so I can kind of incorporate cleaning the bathroom at the same time because I'm already in there. I'm just editing this video now as we speak, and I just wanted to pop in and say I do actually have showers like throughout the rest of the week, but what I failed to add in was the fact that Sunday Ash is home and I get a little bit more time. It's not kind of like a rush quick shower, or a do it very quietly because Nellie's asleep kind of shower. I can just take my time, and so yeah, that is why the bathroom is done on a Sunday. So yeah, just putting it out there, I do shower more than once a week. So that is like the weekly schedule. Added to that, I do need to start going out into the garden, but I'm not going to do it on a set day at the minute because obviously weather dependent, and I don't really know it's not that I don't know what I'm doing out there. Like obviously I've had a garden before, and I had a greenhouse and I grew some beautiful flowers, which I kind of can't wait to do again, which actually is part of my haul. Like I really want to get back into growing my own flowers again. Nothing spectacular, you know, I'm not going to be putting up for awards for flowers or anything like that. I just enjoy a bit of green fingeredness. So like I know what I'm doing in that sense. What I mean is I don't basically know where to start because we need to do a lot. Front and back are quite nice sized gardens, and the front definitely needs attention. I think first there's something that has like overtaken that I just need to dig up and get rid of. There's a couple other bits that we're not going to keep just because they're like prickly and whatnot, and obviously with Nelly it's a safety issue. Then in terms of the back, like we need to kind of landscape it. We need to put grass down because right now it's all slabs, and obviously that's dangerous for Nelly because she's toddling. There's a lot of steps, so we want to put like some fence in so that it makes it a little bit safer for her. But I can't realistically do much in the back garden because the garage is about to be rebuilt at some point. Well, I say is about to, at some point in the future it's going to be rebuilt. So there's no point in me doing anything with the back garden because there's going to be builders coming in and out and skip and God knows what else. So yeah, so I haven't added the garden, but the rest of it I'm hoping to do on this little schedule. And then I've also got like my washing days. On certain days I do certain people's washing, like mine and Ash's on a Monday, Nelly's on a Tuesday, towels on a Sunday, like a couple other bits in between. So yeah, fingers crossed that gets rid of my overwhelm. I'll probably maybe, how did that make any sense whatsoever? I will probably in an upcoming weekly vlog maybe focus in on the Organised Mum Method a little bit more, and maybe take you around and we'll have a little bit of a cleaning week and I'll show you the kind of things that I'm doing. But yeah, so here's to getting organised. But anyway, I think I probably need to say here's to not rambling as much as well from that last little segment, but I really want to show you what I bought, so let's get into it. First of all, if Ash is watching this, which I very, very much hope, please turn off now because you can't see what I've bought. There is also a couple of presents that I bought but I can't share because I know for a fact that people watch these videos. So I'm not going to share them, but they were just a little knick-knacky gifty thing anyway, so you know, nothing major. But if I just show this one first of all, because this is what I've bought Ash obviously for Father's Day. He's into his trucks at the minute, so I bought him a lorry that said Best Dad Worldwide Transport, so Nelly can give him that later in the year. Then obviously I mentioned about being green fingered. I had a little list. I always have a little list when I go to Trago because I feel like you need to. It's that kind of place that there's so much you've kind of got to have a list and really look for certain things, otherwise you kind of miss bits because there's just so much stuff there. But one of the things I really wanted to do this year was to grow some sunflowers with Nelly. Obviously she's not really going to know what the hell I'm on about, but I picked up some sunflower seeds which I'm looking forward to. These are the Mr. Fothergill's, I think that's how you say it, Sunflower Giant Single, easy, fast growing and fun. So these ones you sow from March to May and then it should flower in June to September. This is a brand of stuff that I used quite a lot. I used to get them from a small business as well, like all my seeds. I can't for the life of me think, it was on eBay, but they were like a small business and I remember getting loads of seeds from them. And between the two, I think I like outgrew my greenhouse. So I stuck to the brand that I knew. And then I also picked up some pansy seeds. So I picked up the Cool Summer Breeze mix. These sow February to August, flowers March to October. And then I also picked up the early mix, and these you sow from April to June, sow from April to July, and it flowers October to June. So fingers crossed that's like an all year round thing, she says. You watch the slugs kill them all within seconds. Or the cats rip them all up, which is what they do around here, especially their cat. Then they had 75% off in their Christmas range, and if you're in the area for a Trago Mills, then definitely check it out because they had so much stuff that is like amazing stuff. You know, like when you get to February and there's like a Christmas sale and it's all a load of tat and a load of shite. There was so much. They had like lights, outdoor lights, indoor lights, like the sculptured lights, like the deers and things like that. They had beautiful ornaments. One of the ornaments I actually bought when we went down before Christmas was in the sale. I nearly picked up a second one, but I was very restrained because in a nice way, I don't think I need any more Christmas, because I had about 6 Santas that I couldn't even find room for. So I think I'm going to try and get the house a little bit more sorted, maybe put up some shelves, be a little bit more decorative, and then maybe look at more Christmas ornaments and things later on in the future. But I did pick up one Christmas thing because, you know, it's me and I love Christmas. So I picked up these, it's a pack of 10, and they are photo frames, which you might think is the weirdest thing to pick up. I can't even remember if I featured it. You probably would have seen a glimpse of it on my tree. But I had my baby's first Christmas, or my first Christmas, hanging decoration, which you put a photo in, and it had a photo of me, Ash, Nelly and Trix. I think that was what was in it. Obviously as our first Christmas. And I thought, how cute would it be to have these frames? I could like just write with a pen the year and then put another photo in, because I could easily just put a bit of twine or tinsel or something around it to actually hang it on the tree. But I just think they would be really nice as like a little keepsake afterwards. So yeah, I picked these up. They're all different colours inside, but I just thought they were so cute. And in the sale, I literally paid 50p for them. The next couple of things are for Nelly, which will make sense because I want to show you something else that I've had through the post as well. But I picked up some coloured lollipop sticks and also some little mini pom-poms, both of which were 99p, and this packet size was perfect because I don't want loads of pom-poms. Everywhere I was looking, like in mainstream shops like Hobbycraft or Asda and things like that, they were like massive packets, or like packets of so many mixed things, and I was just like, I don't need all that, not yet. So this size is perfect, but I'll show you what the plan is with those in a little bit. Then the last thing that I picked up in Trago was something that I've had my eye on, gosh, maybe for about 4 or 5 years. Like, it's been a long time. And I either could never justify it or I could never afford it. And when I get money for Christmas and birthdays, I kind of sit on it a bit now, because I'm so appreciative of having that money that I kind of feel a little bit like, what do I spend it on, you know? Obviously I spent a little bit of my Christmas money on some bits from Boots, which I featured a few weeks ago. But I still had quite a bit left. I basically had 2 Christmases and a birthday, load of money, if you like. So I treated myself to, and let me tell you, it's not going to be everyone's cup of tea, I know this, but I treated myself to some boots. Now you might be thinking, what the hell? But these are obviously outdoor, like all-weather boots. They are waterproof and breathable, and these are the Catesby Country Collection with leather uppers. So yeah, super excited, because I can't fit in wellies. Like, I give up with wellies. My calves are too big and they just rip every time. And we went to Snowdrop Valley at the weekend and I squeezed into them because I had no other option but to. And whilst it wasn't too bad, I was just like, I couldn't have sustained it, say like a day walking. You know, we wanted to explore a bit more of Exmoor, we wanted to explore Dartmoor, and yeah, I don't have the suitable footwear. But now I do. So they were $79.99, which is obviously a lot of money. So I'm really hoping they're going to last. They were the last pair in that colourway, in that size. Like, they were just sat on the shelf waiting for me. So yeah, I was literally like, I'm having them. It's meant to be. So I got them. I've just now got to break them in, because they are your classic like boots where you've got to break them in. And then I can go off on walks. But yeah, I'm super excited that I've got them. Everybody that knows me well has turned around and said, thank God, like, you can stop going on about these blooming boots now. So yeah, very happy. So that is everything I picked up at Trago that I paid for. And then I did come out Trago have got a big leaflet thing, so I did come out with some leaflets, which is always my downfall, but I thought I would just share them anyway, because if you're looking for things to do in the Devon area, or around. We went to Trago Mills at Newton Abbot, so these are all things that are kind of around that area. But I just thought I'd share them with you anyway. So I'm going to take my new boots and go to Becky Falls, hopefully. This says it's an ancient woodland park on Dartmoor. It has got animals there as well. It says 50 acres of ancient woodland to explore, 3 different circular walking trails, animal experiences that you can pre-book online. There's a mini zoo, a cafe, and dogs are welcome as well. So that sounded really good. Then what else did I pick up? Sheldon Zoo. I've heard of it, and I know that my cousin lives nearby there, but I've never actually been. It says the small zoo making a big difference, and I believe this one, yeah, it's hard to show you, but it's basically a load of like endangered animals and stuff. So yeah, I am looking forward to hopefully going there as well. And then I picked up the Visit Tavistock, because I've always quite fancied having a look at Tavistock. I went to Morwellum Quay when I was in primary school, I think it was, which is not far from Tavistock. And yeah, I really loved that, and I loved how oldie worldy it was and things, and they constantly mentioned Tavistock because boats came in and out through Tavistock, and I was like, do you know what? Why have I never been? I mean, look how pretty does that look. Just, I know everyone always goes on about the Cotswolds and stuff, but there's so many good places down this way, so I'm hopefully going to start exploring some of those. And then the next 2 leaflets I picked up, I've actually been to both places, but I wanted to pick them up as a I want to go here, and I thought if I've got it displayed somewhere, maybe I can actually get to go there. So the first one is the Bygones Museum. This is really good. I love the Bygones Museum. It's basically Torquay. They say Torquay, but it's Babbacombe, so just up from Torquay. But yeah, I really enjoyed it, and it's, if you've been to places like Flambards with the like street and things like that, it's kind of a similar setup. I don't know if anything's changed since I last went, but yeah, I love it. I loved going in Bygones. And then literally just down the road from there is the Babbacombe Model Village as well, which again was an amazing place to visit. I'm trying to think when I went. I think the last time I went was probably like 2016, something like that. So yeah, they're my little ideas. So if you're looking for places in the area, then definitely check out those, because I'm gonna. And then I'll show you the other bits I got. I had a package whilst we were talking just turn up. I think it's a Vinted parcel, and I don't think it's for Nelly. But I wanted to share with you something I picked up which will make the pom-poms and the sticks make more sense. So this is Learning Through Play cards. They do lots of different ones from the MMT Play. I think it's like, oh, what's it called? My Mummy Teacher or something like that. Yeah, they did lots of different ones. They do flashcards as well if you've got like a newborn. They did like 6-month plus ones, which I really wish I'd had. This is the 1 year plus. They do a 2 year plus. I think they do a 3 to 4 year as well, I think, and several other different ones, various learning flashcards and things like that. But as I say, this is the 1 year old one. So this is 150 activities and ideas. So it says pocket-sized activity cards for busy parents and professionals who want to help their child learn key skills through play, designed to support your child's development and adapted for a wide range of abilities. Using easy-to-gather items found in your home and written against the early years framework, each card provides fun and engaging ideas to entertain and help your child learn all through play. And yeah, like that is so many activities. So if I just pick one, because obviously I don't want to give them all away because somebody's business is around this and they've created it and paid for it and stuff, so I don't want to give too many away. So it says, give your little one paper plates to paint. Once dry, give them coloured pegs to clip the matching peg to the correct coloured plate. So that's what the card looks like, and then when you turn it over you can see the 2 different arrows. So one says challenging, so if you need to make it harder, So the option is to leave the coloured plates out and find coloured objects around the house to sort onto the plate. Or to make it easier, you could practice pegging pegs onto cardboard. Do one more. Fold a piece of cardboard in half and sellotape to the floor to create a tunnel. Encourage your little one to roll balls through the tunnel. So the challenging part is to create a DIY ball run using cardboard rolls or old guttering to roll balls down. Or easier, roll different types of balls through paint onto a large piece of paper. So yeah, I was just feeling a little bit like I just didn't know what to do with Nelly, and yeah, it was just a little bit of a struggle, and I was a little bit stuck. So when I saw these, I was looking, I'm in several like sensory groups and things like that, and so many people were recommending them. I was just like, I need to try them. And yeah, I'm super excited to get started, hence why I bought the pom-poms and the sticks, because there's some activities in which you use them. So I thought I'll start with them and I'll let you know how I get on. Maybe you'll see some of the activities anyway. So yeah, that is that. And now I've got to work out how to get into this parcel. I think it's for me. I think. I don't actually know that they've used them. They don't look or smell used. Anyway, so I bought a pack of 3. Do you reckon they're going to fit me? Yeah, that'd be perfect. I bought a pack of 3 bras. These originally are from Primark, but they're like, oh gosh, they're just basic. Like, there's no wire to them. There's not really any support, to be fair. But I wear the like t-shirt. They look like sports bra ones. With the removable padding. They've gone through a phase of having loads of different colours in there. I wear those, but as you can see, the straps are quite big, and for summer that is just not going to work. So my main reason for getting them was because they had a shorter strap. I'm obviously a different size to what I was pre-Nelly, and I'm struggling with that because I'm not one size and I'm not the other. And I think a lot of mums feel that afterwards, especially if you've breastfed or expressed or anything like that, and they're not quite the same. So yeah, I've really struggled trying to find bras, so I thought I'd give these a go. But I like them because they've got like the normal, they are essentially like more of a bra than just like a over the top like crop top, I suppose, as you would say, that I'm wearing now. So anyway, I picked up these. They said they'd basically been tried on and never worn, which I would say is very much correct, unlike the other one where that I ordered. I don't even know if I showed it. I ordered it a little, maybe like a month, 6 weeks ago, and there were so many sweat stains on it, but apparently it was in a very good condition. So obviously you've got to be careful with Vinted. But I'm happy with these, so I'm going to leave good feedback. So it comes in like a grey, oh, I've dropped one on the floor, a white, and then this nice taupey colour as well. But yeah, obviously I'm going to wash them and then wear them and hope that they are comfy. But I think that's everything that I wanted to share with you in this haul. I probably am going to end this video now because I have rambled quite a lot. I know I've spoken quite a lot, and I don't want to make these vlogs too long because otherwise they never upload. But thank you so much for watching. I'm sorry it's been a little bit hickledy-pickledy. I'm going to try and put more structure into my vlogs again, as I was doing, and ramble less as well. If there is anything you want me to film, whether it's, I was thinking maybe doing like my favourite baby products, maybe, or like little mini reviews of things that we use, then let me know. I'm also trying to post a little bit more short form content, so you'll see me pop up on shorts every now and again. I'm also on TikTok, Instagram, my blog. Yeah, I probably am spreading myself too thin, and that is why I'm overwhelmed, but never mind. But yeah, I will see you all in the next one.